Welcome, everybody, to the Master Passive Income Show. My name is Dustin Heiner, and I'm here to help you learn how to quit that JOB, that just over broke job, by investing in real estate rental property so you never, ever have to work a job again. And today, I'm super excited to bring on a fantastic service, a way that is going to help us to actually analyze deals, making sure we're buying the right properties. It's called DealCheck, and I brought the founder on, Anton Ivanov from DealCheck. Hey, thank you so much for being on the show.
No problem, Dustin. Thank you for inviting me. Glad to be here.
So you founded DealCheck, and so tell us a little about the starting of that and what was the reasoning for creating something like DealCheck?
Absolutely. So I'm a real estate investor myself. Me and my wife have been buying rental properties for about 8 or 9 years now. And I remember when I was first starting out, learning how to do this. Obviously, you realize pretty quickly that analyzing rental properties, specifically their cash flow, their projected returns, the actual profit they will generate you is like the absolutely essential step, if not the most important step, right? Because if the property doesn't cash flow, if a property doesn't generate you any returns, there's really no point in buying it. So, I looked for what tools could I use to kind of streamline the process. And I was doing a lot of driving around locally, looking for properties. There were quite a few deals coming across my desk. So it was a lot of properties. And I started with Excel spreadsheets, which I think most people, start with or at least look at that. And it works, to a certain degree until you realize, okay, I'm trying to keep track of 12 properties. I have like 3 versions of this Excel spreadsheet. Did I update, this one field or calculation on that one? It just got a little bit messy and it was hard to keep track. So I wanted to see if there was a better way to do this, kind of more 21st century, utilizing the available technology. And unfortunately, I didn't find anything that quite fit, what I was looking for, which was a very simple, property analysis product, but at the same time that can be customized, if I wanted to get into more advanced settings. So I'm a software engineer by trade. So I actually ended up building the first version of DealCheck myself. I remember in a few months. I didn't expect much of it. It was actually more for me like a hobby project, if you will. But I did share it with a few of my friends, fellow investors, colleagues, and they loved it too. And they were saying, "Man, this is great! I can literally analyze a property in under a minute, in a few seconds. It works on my phone, on my computer." So they kept using it, and it kind of gave me the motivation to keep going with the software, keep building out the feature set, and eventually. It got quite popular. We obviously expanded our team locally. And now DealCheck is probably one of the most popular property analysis platforms on the market in North America, I'm very happy to say. And it's helped hundreds of thousands of real estate investors and specifically rental property investors analyze properties, analyze rentals, BRRs, multifamily properties, help them avoid those bad deals and help them find those good deals quickly and put offers on them much quicker. So that increases their chance of getting that property under contract.
That's great. When I started investing in 2006, there literally wasn't anything like this. I created my own Excel spreadsheet, and at the same time, you're trying to make sure that you're doing it right, like you said. And so I'm really glad to see something like this. I'm definitely not a software engineer. I hate coding. When I was working a job, my boss came in and said, "Hey, Dustin, you do IT, basically like, technology, computers, changing out computers." I goes more hardware. And my boss said, "Do you want to actually do coding?" And I said, "No way. I'd rather pull my teeth out than do that." So I'm glad somebody like you has done that. Now, you can actually get 20% off if you use the promo code Master Passive Income, all one word, Master Passive Income, and it will give you 20% off because these guys Anton and everybody at the team is really, really generous. They really want to just help a lot of people. So use my affiliate link, masterpassiveincome.com/DealCheck, or just go to DealCheck.io and use Master Passive Income as the promo code to get 20% off. How can we walk us through utilizing deal check to make sure that we're analyzing the properties right, buying the right properties, making sure we're making enough passive income from every single property. You mind sharing us and walking us through that process?
So DealCheck is available online. If you go to DealCheck.io, you can use it on any laptop or desktop computer. And we also have great Android and iOS apps, which you can click on the links right here on the home page, or you can search for DealCheck on iOS or Android store and download those. And we've handled kind of all the cloud syncing, obviously, so you can start analyzing a property on your phone. Maybe you're driving around, we're at an open house or touring a property with your realtor. Punch it in there, analyze it, and then come back later, pull it up on your computer, and continue the analysis. So it's a cross-platform solution. So you can create a free account. There is no fees to register again. So we'll just log in right here with the demo account that I have, and right away you'll kind of see your property dashboard where you can save your properties, come back to them later, organize them, search for them. And this is kind of one area where I really feel DealCheck was able to help me work much more efficiently through my deal acquisition and analysis process as opposed to Excel, because I didn't have to worry about managing different tabs, different worksheets in Excel or different files. It's kind of all right here. I can take notes. I can tag my properties about what their status is. Is there an offer placed on it? Is it pending? Maybe just archive it, save it for later. If you want to analyze a new property, really takes just a few seconds. So we're going to click the Add Property button right on the home page. We give the ability to configure templates that you can use. So if you have a certain set of criteria for financing, like a cash purchase, more rehab intensive property, or your typical conventional financing, you can set up templates for all of that. There are some folks that prefer to enter everything manually. So if you want to just customize field by field, similar to how you would do with Excel, there's certainly that option. The one I like, and I think the one that most people like, is the property data import, where you can just type in any property address in the United States, click search, and we will pull in basically all the available information from public records and any active listings for this property. So its size, beds, baths, square footage. We'll give you several property valuation estimates, like from Realtor.com, from Zillow, so you can start, with those to give you some idea for the market value of the property. You can import rental income estimates, which is obviously very important for estimating cash flow on rental properties. You want to have accurate rent. So we have actually our own platform for doing that called RentCast. So you can use those. You can use the ones from Zillow. And there's a whole other bunch of information and even photos and descriptions that you can import. And once you click save, basically you're done. You're actually taken straight to the property analysis page. And if you don't want to customize anything else, you can get a rough overview of what this deal will look like. You'll see your purchase and rehab breakdown. So how much cash you actually need to close on the house, your estimated rehab costs, your purchase costs, your down payment. You'll see your financing overview. So if you're using a loan, we'll break out your loan amount, what it will be, your interest rate, your monthly payments, your loan to cost ratio, loan to value ratio, mortgage insurance if you have that. And then obviously the most important part for rental property investors is the cash flow section. So you'll see your gross rent, your vacancy, all your expenses calculated down to your net operating income, your final cash flow, and even your post-tax cash flow if you customize your tax rate. So you'll see exactly what this property will make you, each month or each year, and then you will see your potential investment return. So this page shows them for the first year. You'll see your cap rate, your cash on cash, your return on equity, ROI, IRR, things like rent to value ratio, break-even ratio. There's a lot of stuff here, so you may not be interested in all of these ratios, but we try to include basically every analysis metric and criteria to cater to a wide range of investors. And good thing about DealCheck is we've always thought about new investors, those folks just starting out. So let's say you just don't really know what cash on cash return is or how to calculate it. there's little help icons next to absolutely every term in DealCheck. And if you mouse over or click on it, it will actually give you a brief description of what that specific metric is and exactly how it's calculated. So we're not using some kind of black magic proprietary formulas. We're using very standard industry-wide agreed upon calculation metrics and formulas for all of our numbers, and you can actually see exactly how they're calculated. And we have a great built-in glossary of every real estate term that we use and that we show, so you can kind of go through it. And it's actually, a lot of people reach out to us and say this is a great way to learn real estate investing, because I can read about an in-depth explanation of basically every term you have and kind of learn more about it. So that's the property analysis. You can also click and go to the buy and hold projections page, which will actually take all of those numbers and project them out to 30 plus years for you. So you can see how your expenses, how your cash flow, and then how your returns and equity accumulation will change over time, right? Because maybe the property isn't as profitable now as you hope, but 10, 20 years down the road, the numbers may look much better. And you can actually see some charts and interactive stuff to help you analyze this property's long-term performance. This is again a great way to get a bird's eye overview, just a very quick analysis. But if you go to kind of the worksheet page that we call it, where you can customize all the parameters for this property, this is where you can get really specific, right? So if this property looks good, we always recommend going to the worksheet page and really double checking all of the numbers that were imported for you or that were used based on some general presets. Things like the actual financing, right? Like what will be your interest rate, your down payment, get the actual information from your lender to increase the accuracy of that. You can drill down and itemize your purchase costs, your rehab costs. You can go to the operating expenses worksheet and actually enter very specific, if you have a property manager and you know what their rate is, you can come in and enter it there. If you have an insurance estimate, you'll enter it there, although we'll import all of this information for you.
Anton, does it have the vacancy factor in there?
If you go to the rental income, you can adjust the rent. If you don't agree with the rental amount that we suggested for you, can change that. You can customize your vacancy. If you're going to have,
that's great.
If you're going to have other income for this property, like maybe it's a multifamily, it has some parking or laundry or storage rental, you can enter those there. And if it's a multifamily property, you can actually, this changes a little bit where you can actually itemize rent by unit. So we provide a full rent roll worksheet where you can enter how many units of each type you have, what their rent is, and analyze, commercial properties, duplexes, triplexes, you name it. So once you have, the analysis ready to go, we provide, I'm just going to glance over these kind of quickly, a bunch of other tools to help you not only improve the accuracy of your analysis, but also help you put in offers for the property. So we have a sales comp and ARV estimation page where you can actually see recently sold properties nearby that are comparable to this property. And use that to help you estimate what the market value or the after repair value of the property is. We have a rental comps and rent estimate module, which does the same thing, but for rent. So you will actually see rental comps, properties listed for rent nearby that are very similar to this property. You can see what they're going for and help you, estimate a more confident rental gross rent estimate for this property. We have a records and listings page where you can just see kind of the imported information right from public records, photos, description of the property, tax assessment, last sold date. And another tool we have is that I really like is the offer calculator. This is a very popular one. The offer calculator will actually help you figure out your maximum purchase price that will you can still put on the property and still meet your criteria. So let's say this deal, it looks okay, but maybe your minimum cash flow figure is $250 a month. You want a 6% cap rate. You want a 50% rule, 1% rule, right? We offer dozens of criteria, so you can hone in what your investment goals are, and our software will actually suggest you what is the maximum purchase price. So in this case, it's actually higher than the asking price. If they want 134,000, you can actually offer 154 and still meet all of your criteria. If you had a little more aggressive numbers, let's say you wanted 350 cash flow per month, and there it is. So you can offer a maximum of 129,000 for this property and still meet all of your criteria. So about 5,000 less than the asking price. So once you have a property that you're interested in, that you feel good about, you can use the offer calculator to help you write a purchase offer on this property and be confident that the price you're offering will actually satisfy all of these minimum criteria for cash flow and investment returns you're looking for. And one last thing I'll just demo really quickly that's really cool and popular is our property report. So if you need to share your property with other people, maybe with your lenders, if you have other partners or clients that you work with, maybe you buy properties with your spouse or an investment partner, you can create a full report which will take all of this information that we just looked at, photos, notes, the analysis, the rental comps, the sales comps, and combine them into this very nicely formatted PDF that looks like you spent 2 hours putting together. But it's you have it at the click of a button. So this is very good for sharing with other people, saving for later, you name it.
So is DealCheck mostly, obviously there's a paid pro version, which has a lot of great items in it as well. But is there a free version just to check out, or like a demo period?
No, we actually have a free forever version. So I'll head over to our pricing page, and if you go to dealcheck.io/pricing or click the pricing button, you'll kind of see the full breakdown. We are 100% committed to offering all of the basic analysis tools for free. So there's it's not a free trial. It's not a free kind of just like demo plan. It's an actual free account that you can go online at dealcheck.io or create it through the DealCheck mobile app. And there are some limitations, like you can only save up to 15 properties, and you can't view as many sales or rental comps. But all the core analysis, like the buy and hold projections, the actual investment returns, all the worksheet, they're all included in that plan. So a lot of folks that are not, they don't have as much of a volume. They're just looking at a few properties. They're happy with the basic features. You can use DealCheck 100% for free. And then, like you said, Dustin, we offer a few upgrade plans for people who have larger volume. Maybe they're analyzing many more properties that they like to save. If you want kind of more advanced purchase criteria or more advanced comps customization or that report branding that I mentioned, then you can look at our Plus or Pro plans. But there, we try to keep them very affordable. If you actually look at some of these software companies that are comparable to DealCheck, a lot of times they cost hundreds of dollars a month, and we're just not on board with that. We feel like it should be just a couple cups of coffee.
Especially for how much DealCheck actually does. I mean, you look at everything that it puts together for you. I mean, it takes a long time to actually put all these numbers together. And as quickly as it does, like I definitely appreciate how fast this thing does and how accurately, on top of that, how you can change it to fit your criteria. Because I know at Master Passive Income, the minimum that we shoot for is $250 a month in passive income. And so with that, we can make sure that criteria is put in there. We also want to make sure we capture equity, all that sort of stuff. And so I love how all that is customizable for your type of business model.
Our goal has been kind of twofold. We always wanted DealCheck to be fast and accessible, especially to new investors, right? We wanted it to make sure that it's a tool you can have on your phone, on your computer. And if you want to do that, some people call it back of the napkin, really quick analysis, just see if a property is viable. You can do that literally in seconds. And I'm not exaggerating that. It's, a few button clicks and you're already there, especially if you kind of utilize the property template feature that we have, which allows you to set up the default presets. Then you can apply those to any new property almost instantly. But at the same time, we wanted to offer the capability to really drill down and customize virtually all the settings that we could think of for any property. So for more advanced investors, or just when you're getting more serious about a property and you want to double check your numbers, all the options are there. So we don't force you to use some rough estimates or assumptions. We actually give you full control over customizing pretty much any number that is used for return calculations.
Anton, this is great software. I really appreciate you doing such a good job making it user friendly, really good, as well as very affordable. So, Anton, is there anything else that we should know before we sign off today?
I did want to mention we do have a special deal. So you mentioned you guys can go to the link Dustin mentioned to sign up for DealCheck. So you can start using it for free. Again, go to DealCheck.io or download the DealCheck mobile app for your iOS or Android device. If you do decide that, hey, I want to check out DealCheck Plus or Pro, use the promo code Master Passive Income. So that's all one word, Master Passive Income. You will get a 20% off discount forever. So for as long as you're subscribed, you'll get that 20% off with the Master Passive Income promo code. That'll take the price down to, less than $20 a month, like altogether. So I think it's very affordable. We just have it for you guys, especially for this podcast and the YouTube videos.
Awesome. Hey, Anton, thank you so much for putting that together for us and allowing us to have such a great discount too. So 20% off is fantastic. So guys, go ahead and go to masterpassiveincome.com/DealCheck, or just go to DealCheck.io and use that promo code MasterPassiveIncome, get 20% off. But Anton, you're awesome. Thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll see you.